Hey everybody, this is D Hunter for another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Mafex, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Affleck Batman, or Batfleck. I pre-ordered this guy from AmiAmi.com. If you're ordering your Mafex figures from Big Bad Toy Store or an American website, you're probably paying far too much. I'll put a link in the description below in case you're interested in checking it out. In the meantime, let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, DC, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Batman, Zack Snyder's Justice League version. Mafex, this is the 222nd Mafex figure they've released. Here he is in the package. I see a bunch of hands, heads, batarangs, grappling launcher, and more. One side of the package, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Batman, Mafex. Other side, here he is posed up. At the back, we have a ton of different accessories, display options, and more. At the bottom, there's the barcode, if that helps anybody. So with no further ado, let's open them up. And of course, I did get two of these figures, one of which to open and enjoy, the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a total of 4 heads, one of which is unmasked, a total of 8 different hands, 3 batarangs, and his grapnel launcher. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Batman, or Batfleck, from Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's pretty much the same look from the original Whedon cut of Justice League, but this figure should be upgraded from the 1.0, which is a fantastic release, by the way, and it'll be difficult to top that one. But Mafex has been improving and improving and improving, and I expect this to be a stellar release. So let's take a look at the figure. Start with his head. We have that serious Batfleck expression. The black cowl, semi-short ears, it looks great. As we go further down, the suit itself is very nicely textured. I'm sure you can see all that in there. The bat symbol, actual suit, almost like Kevlar. Double jointed elbows, looks like he has some wrap around his gauntlets, probably. And then we have the belt with all kind of different pouches around it. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, cape with a cloth soft goods, bendy wire on the side. Excellent. See the bottom, very frayed. It looks good. So far, everything about this guy looks very nice. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, it screams Batfleck to me. Only thing missing is that large dimple on his chin. Looks very good from the side profile. And then here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the display stand. The display stand comes in 7 separate pieces. When the 3 main pieces are put together, it looks like this. We have the large base with 3 different holes to attach the post. Then the post at the bottom, it can rotate, it's hinged, hinge in the middle, hinge near the top, rotation near the top, and it has a clamp to hold your figure in place. Now let's check out his hands. He has a total of 8 of them, 4 right hands and 4 left hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And here's his second pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. And here's his third pair of hands. This is a pair of very small sort of pinching hands. These are intended to hold his batarangs. And now, here's his last pair of hands. This is a pair of default hands. They would look good relaxed at his sides. Now let's look at his heads. He has a total of 4 heads, 3 of which have the Batman mask on. 1 is Bruce Wayne. He has 2 necks. 1 with the suit on, 1 with the suit partially off. His heads, he has 1 with a regular expression, 1 with an angry expression, and 1 with a screaming, angrier expression. Here he is with his first head. This one has the normal expression. Here's his second head. This one has the angry expression. You can see his teeth exposed. Here's his third head. This one has the screaming expression. And here's his fourth head. This one has the unmasked Ben Affleck head. Here's a look at the Ben Affleck unmasked head on a John Wick body. Makes a fantastic Bruce Wayne. And that same head on a slightly modified John Wick body. Now let's check out his batarangs. He has 3 of them, and they're done in the traditional Batman vs Superman DC Cinematic Universe look. Silver. It's got some sculpted lines through it, and they look pretty good. Here's a look at Batman holding and getting ready to throw his batarang. Here's a look at his grapnel launcher. It's that grappling launcher from Batman vs Superman, Justice League, and Suicide Squad. It's got the wooden handle. You can see where the line is going to spin in that little circle there. And it has a little sort of grappling hook, and it is removable. To my surprise, they don't give you different options. One with a hook out, one with a big bendy wire and string. Here's Batman, getting ready to use his grappling launcher and glide up to the rooftops. Now I wanted to talk about his cape for a moment. So the cape has, I don't know, almost like a leathery exterior. On the inside, cloth frayed edges, and has a bendy wire, so allow you to pose this cape. Cape itself extends out about this far. Fantastic. You could probably glide with this cape. Looks great. And like I said, you can pose it so it's flowing in the wind, etc., etc. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and its accessories, let's check out its height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.4 inches tall, which can translate to just over 16 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the ears, about 6.6 inches tall. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, you can rotate side to side. You can look up and down a very good amount. Can tilt his head at least a little bit from side to side. He has articulation at the top of the neck and at the bottom of the neck. Shoulders on a ball joint goes about 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. He does have butterfly joints. Well, there we go, freed it up, moving forward and back on the shoulders. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate, and it's going to be hinged just a little bit. Ball joint his torso, rotate around, forward and back. Another one is waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion in the torso area. Legs, almost completely does splits. Ball joints inside of there. He has a drop down hips. They look hideous like this, but just push them right back in. Rotation is very nice. Double jointed knees. And his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt, rock. And of course, a little bit of toe articulation. Here's a look at Batfleck on a rooftop overlooking Gotham. Here's a closer look at the Batfleck. And then here he is in the Batcave, in front of the Batmobile. Now let's check him out. Next to some other action figures, starting off with some of their Justice League Batfleck figures. Here's the Mafex Zack Snyder's Justice League Batman. Next to the Mafex Justice League Batman. These are basically based off the exact same look of the Batfleck. The one on the left is the new one, the one on the right is the old one. The one on the right is a fantastic figure, but I'd say the new one shows him up just a tiny bit. And here he is, next to the Justice League Batman in his tactical suit. To my knowledge, they're not making one of these for Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is also a fantastic Mafex figure. Here are all the different Mafex Batfleck figures. 3 from Batman vs Superman, 3 from Justice League. And here he is, next to a couple of Mattel basic Justice League Batfleck figures, both in the regular suit and the tactical suit. Then, next to an SH Figure Arts Batfleck. This one is also based off of Justice League. And now, with a couple of Mattel DC Multiverse Batfleck figures, both in the regular Justice League suit and the tactical suit. Next, with a couple of Mezco Batfleck figures, both from Justice League, regular suit, and tactical suit. And here he is, next to a McFarlane DC Multiverse Batfleck. This one's also from Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is him in his tactical suit. McFarlane doesn't make the regular suit from Justice League yet, but I imagine they will in the near future. And here he is, next to a Mafex Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne figure. Next, with a Caillou model, third-party Joker from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Mafex is also doing a version of this Joker. Here are a bunch of different Mafex Batman figures from The Dark Knight Returns, Hush, The Dark Knight Trilogy, DC Cinematic Universe, The Batman, Nightfall, and the new Batman Adventures. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Mafex figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger, but first, let's check him out with some of his Mafex brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figures, all from Mafex Toys, all 6-inch scale. And now, with some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, and some SH Figure Arts Batman figures, here's this Batman, next to a spool of ribbon. And here he is, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends and Mattel Batman figures. Then, with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct Batman figures. Next, with some Diamond Select toys and Jack specific wrestling figures. And finally, with some McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures. So overall, this is a very nice Batfleck figure. I love the regular suit from Justice League. It's very similar to the Batman vs Superman suit, but darker, and a little bit of minor detail differences in the abs and the gloves, etc. The cape is absolutely fantastic. It's giant, it's got the wire, it's all there. The accessories, while they're good, I kind of expected there to be a little bit more. Previous Mafex releases had maybe a little bit more stuff. I thought maybe he'd have a Parademon gun. Maybe he would have some different attachments for his grapnel launcher. Maybe some of those little bombs he threw. His articulation is great. Everything you expect from a modern Mafex figure. If I were to rate this guy, he deserves a solid 8.5 out of 10. Very high rating in my book. Very solid release. I really like the previous Mafex Justice League Batman, but this one-ups him just a tiny bit. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say to the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.